Russell Wilson's return to the Pittsburgh Steelers has been the talk of the town. After missing 6 games due to injury, he's showing that he still has a lot to offer. Insider explains why Wilson is surprising everyone, and if that already sounds intense, the return of a controversial player to the roster after a suspension adds even more drama and competition on defense. Don't miss any details, and leave your like to help the channel. Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback Russell Wilson, who missed the season's first 6 games due to a calf injury, has returned with impact, leading the team to back-to-back victories and a strong 6-2 record going into their Week 9 bye. NFL insider Albert Breer from Sports Illustrated broke down how head coach Mike Tomlin and offensive coordinator Arthur Smith have adjusted their offense to suit Wilson's strengths. The Steelers have successfully paired their running game with play-action and movement-based plays, which lets Wilson make quicker decisions without holding on to the ball for too long. Breer noted that in his time with the Broncos, Wilson often took deep drops and lingered in the pocket, leading to sacks. Now he's often moving outside the pocket, utilizing play-action, or taking short passes if a play isn't developing, keeping him upright and efficient. According to StatMuse, Wilson led the NFL in sacks, taken over the 2022 season, but has only been sacked 5 times in 2 games with Pittsburgh. Additionally, the Steelers' offense reached season highs in yardage with Wilson starting instead of Justin Fields. ESPN's Brooke Pryor reported Wilson threw for 542 yards over the past 2 weeks, ranking 5th in the league. However, ESPN's Dan Graziano mentioned that the coaching staff still values Fields' explosive abilities, particularly in the run game, and Tomlin might return to Fields if Wilson's performance dips. Fields, who went 4-2 in his starts this season, remains an important asset in case of any setbacks for Wilson. Reporter David Suggs from The Sporting News added that while some have speculated about a trade involving Fields, the Steelers are likely to hold on to him as a reliable backup option, especially given Wilson's recent injury history. Now, has Wilson really secured his spot once and for all? Or will Fields still have a chance to shine? Let us know what you think. And speaking of returns, wait until you hear how Cam Sutton's return to the Steelers' defense will impact the game. The Pittsburgh Steelers are now faced with a roster decision following the reinstatement of cornerback Cam Sutton, who rejoined the team after serving an 8-game suspension for violating the NFL's personal conduct policy. The Steelers had re-signed Sutton in the offseason, despite his previous release from the Detroit Lions due to a domestic dispute incident, aware they'd be without him for part of the season. Since then, rookie cornerback Beanie Bishop has stepped up, particularly in recent weeks. After a shaky start to the season, including struggles in prime time against the Dallas Cowboys, Bishop has found his footing. Over the past 2 games, he's notched 3 interceptions, including an impressive pick against Aaron Rodgers and a game-sealing interception against the New York Giants. When asked about Sutton's return, Bishop kept his focus on the game, saying, "I don't think about it at all, you know. I just go out there and play football. It is what it is as far as that aspect. I'm excited to have him back, and I'm just here to play football." Sutton, who had taken some snaps at safety during preseason and training camp, mostly with the 2nd or 3rd team, now returns to a secondary that's gained momentum. His exact role remains uncertain, as practice reps were limited due to his suspension and the focus on developing younger players like Bishop. With media access restricted to the early portions of practice, his role will likely become clear when the Steelers face the Washington Commanders in under 2 weeks. Hey fans, Russell Wilson's return seems to be a game-changer, with the Steelers betting on an offense that prioritizes his qualities. But, with Fields still on the roster and Sutton returning to the defense, Tomlin will have some tough choices to make to balance the team. It remains to be seen whether this combination will really take the Steelers to the playoffs. Don't forget to subscribe to follow the next updates and everything that happens with the Steelers.